You're welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. It's 69 days to the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia, and it's getting ever closer to sport's biggest tournament, arguably, you'd say. And we cannot wait for this one to start. On the show, on this segment of the show, we'll be continuing our stadium guide for the 2018 FIFA World Cup. And today we'll be looking at the Sochi Stadium that is going to host quite a number of games at that particular tournament. The capacity for the Sochi Stadium is 48,000, so it's quite big, Cecilia. And it cost $519 million to construct. So it's quite pricey, you'd say as well. So in group games at the Sochi Stadium, you have Portugal versus Spain. That's a big one. European derby there. You also have Belgium taking on Panama. You have Germany, defending champions, taking on Sweden, as well as Australia versus Peru. While in the knockout stage, you're also going to have round of 16 games, as well as the quarter final. So the fixed stadium looking all ready for the 2018 FIFA World Cup.
You know, when you look at some stadium, you just understand why you really want to go there. Portugal and Spain. Just imagine how Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be up against Sergio Ramos.
Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. And while preparations are ongoing, I mean, on the pitch, the guys off the pitch as well, they're ensuring that everything is in place just in case there's a fire disaster. Right. The emergency services in Russia, they actually staged a mock fire drill. And just in case anything happens, you never know, a fire outbreak might happen at the stadium. So they decided to stage a fire drill to show everyone, okay, this is how we're going to do it in case there's a fire, and this is how we're going to handle it. And those are the pictures we're seeing there, Cecilia. I mean, these guys, they don't leave anything out. They take care of every single detail. And
which is important, because you never can tell. You know, sometimes you may just make the best of preparations, but then when some freak things happen, might just disrupt the whole flow of the tournament. But right now, what they've decided to do, the fire services decided to say, okay, what if something happened and someone decided to be very funny, or maybe an electrical force or something happens, and that's why they decide to just plan it and see how it's going to be. And it just involves a whole lot of people, how they're going to come out, how they
you're going to go
and everything. And just take a look at what they did here, what they had to get out of the stadium, when maybe the whole place is on fire and all that, and the helicopter just coming in, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. It's something to really look forward to. So it shows that no matter what happens, no matter how freak the accident might be, the Russians will be ready. It's just
bottom line.
That's it. So you can easily jump on things and no injury at all. But we'll pray nothing like this happen.
Yeah, hopefully nothing like this happens. But if it does happen, this guys will be ready to help distressed fans at the stadium. Incidentally, this is the Sochi Stadium as well too that we just talked about. So it looks like all is in place for the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. Still on the World Cup and the countdown to the tournament on June the 14th. The World Cup trophy tour is still ongoing, and this time around they're in Colombia. Look at that. I mean, just Cecilia, when you see this, I mean, it does something to you. Look at the gold, and the Colombians are excited, and they cannot wait for the competition to start. You can see all of them there
taking
posing
pictures with it
with the trophy. They cannot touch it, unfortunately, and they've never won it before as well. So no ex-player can actually touch that trophy
but
as
the
well.
President is the only one that could touch it.
Which he did.
President. I mean, when you're head of a country, so you have the opportunity to actually touch
privileges, right?
To touch it. But outside that, no other person can touch it. And it was also given, I mean, a kind of a model of it, or a smaller one of it, just for him to hold it, which was really a cool one. Okay,
let's quickly, since we're talking about Colombia and the World Cup trophy being in that country, let's run through Colombia's World Cup profile. Appearances are 5. First outing was in 1962. Last appearance was in 2014. The best achievement, same competition, quarterfinals, and they'll be looking to go one step further or even 2 or 3 in Russia, and they have some really decent players as well too. For Carl, James Rodriguez, you can go on Ospina, the Arsenal goalkeeper. So they're a decent side, and they seem to really watch out for in Russia. So that's it for Colombia. I wish them all the best. And let's come back to Nigeria. Let's wrap it all up with Nigeria. The Super Eagles will be contesting that particular tournament as well too. And again, Onazi is speaking about the team, the camaraderie in camp, and it believes that team spirit, can play a crucial role in leading Nigeria far at the tournament. Absolutely, that's what they need. Sometimes that team spirit is important for the team to really move forward. We hear from him now.
It's always a nice time when you see us when we want to relax. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of people who makes us to laugh. We try to make fun of ourselves, and it's an environment which you don't want to miss. You always want to be in that environment. And we are focused on getting results, because not only for the country, but for ourselves. Football, it has a time limit. You cannot play football for the rest of your life. And so at this little time you have time, you need to make impact. And so for me personally, this is what I do, because I know I cannot play football all my life. I do it anytime I have the opportunity to play. I give my 100%. You're welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. It's time to go to Australia, to the Gold Coast to be precise, where the Commonwealth Games is ongoing, and Team Nigeria, they've been in action. And okay, no medals just yet, but some of the teams are actually, advancing in the various competitions. And Cecilia, yesterday we saw Favour Agboro in action in the weightlifting category, 62 kg for men. It came really close. Very close. Not he finished close enough. No cigar for Favour Agboro, I beg your pardon, came 5th in that particular event. Yeah, when we were watching him, we felt he could be able to do something. But somehow, the clean and jerk, where he had his best performance, was okay. But when he started the snatch events and all that, that's where he didn't really put up a good performance. But at the end of the day, he finished 5th, which was a good one, because he's young, so we expect to see more of him in subsequent competitions. Then a similar fate also befell Monica Ume. She finished 5th in the women's 48 kg final also. That's for the weightlifting. But then if you go to table tennis, talked about the fact that they seems to be the one that are really doing something really good. We talked about the fact that the group stage already. The group stage already. So they are in the round of 16. In the round of 16 already. So later today, like they'll be in action right about now. They're already in action. They should be in action now. Right. Then we talked about boxing also. I mean, Osita Ume and Kazim crashing out in the first round. Right, not too good for the boxers in that competition. I wish all the guys, all the best as they continue to try and win medals for the country in Australia. The news coming from, once we finish, Tayo, we talked about him. The swimming guy also, who finished 10th, gymnastics, who finished 10th. And also the Tigers will be in action by 11 a.m. today against New Zealand. That's the 4 updates coming from Team Nigeria. Then early hours of this morning, we have, before that, we have a Millicent Agwebulem who slugged it out with a Soloti Hine of Tonga in the women's 76 kg boxing category. That will be later today. But then updates from what happened early hours of this morning. Tyler talking about the lady, the weightlifting woman who didn't really get the best out of today's event. I'm trying to remember her name now. It beats me. She couldn't really go far because she has to pull out of the final one because she had a miss up from the beginning. Talking about Fatima Yakubu, she didn't really have much of it. 77 kg, she couldn't lift it. A cleaner jerk, she just couldn't lift it, so she just had to leave it. But the story I want to talk about is the fact that the Team Nigeria, talking about table tennis, they'll be giving a bye into the quarterfinals because they will now play the winner between Australia and Sri Lanka, who will face off in the round of 16. So that's the latest coming from Team Nigeria, talking about the table tennis team. Okay, Tayo?
All right, that's it. Wish Nigeria, the D Tigers, all the best in that game against New Zealand, as well as table tennis team as well, to a very good quarterfinal outing in Australia. Let's move on now and let's go and talk about the Nigerian Women's Professional Football League. It's going to start this weekend, Cecilia. Football fans, female football fans across the country, they have something to look forward to.
Definitely a whole lot. I mean, if you look at the groups and look at what happened at the Champions Shield, you understand who we're going to be facing from tomorrow in Lafayette, where the opening game will be. Now, this is how the group is looking like this season. In the Group A, where you have Confluence Queens, Edo Queens, Shore Babes FC, the newcomers coming in now. You have a Delta Queens, Rivers Angels, Taraba Queens, Bayelsa Queens, Ibom Angels. But the thing is, in place of Taraba, you're having Heartland FC because Taraba couldn't register for the season. Then the other ones in Group B, you have Adamawa Queens, Abia Angels, FC Robo, Jukodolu Babes, and Nasarawa Mizas. That's also a new one, new team coming in. Sunshine Queens, Oshun Babes, and Pelican Stars. For this week fixtures, we have the Group A. And Edo Queens will be in action against Ibom Angels. That will be on Wednesday. Then you have the Confluence Queens and Bayelsa Queens will also be in action. Shore Babes and, of course, Heartland. Then you have Delta Queens and Rivers Angels. But the big one, which is starting on Saturday, is the one that's tomorrow, the one between Nasarawa Mizons and FC Robo, Jukodolu Babes and Adamawa Queens. You have Pelican Stars and the Shoe Babes. And you have Sunshine Queens and Abia Angels. That's the way it's looking like for week one fixture coming from the Nigerian Women's Football League. Hopefully we'll get a better one this season.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, the first match, that's the one that should set the pace for what to expect in the 2018 Nigerian Women's Football League. Nasarawa Amazons, no one thought they will be champions, and let's be very honest. They went on, they were very impressive, you know, in the final, in the Super 4 as well too, and they deservedly champions of the league. What's taking on FC Robo, FC Robo, a decent side as well too. They don't really challenge for the title like that, but they're always very competitive. So I think it's a decent way to start the NWFL. Nasarawa Amazons are taking on FC Robo. We'll see how that one plays out over the weekend. Still talking women's football. This time around, let's talk about the Falcons. The Falcons tonight will take on France. Everyone has been talking about that friendly for a while now, and we're just a few hours away from kickoff. Nigeria versus France. This is the first time we're going to see the Falcons in action since winning the main Falcons in action since winning the Alcon. That was way back in 2016, and everyone is excited about this one. The players, all 18 of them, are in Le Mans already, and they cannot wait to get on the pitch.
They can't wait to get on the pitch, and it's 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Right. That's when they will be playing this match. Hopefully, the likes of Ngozi Okobi, Francisca Dega, Zerba, all of them, you know, right here, they should be able to put a good outing out of this game. Why smiling? Because I'm not too confident that they're going to have a very good outing, but they should just put in their best and get the best result out of it. And then we'll get to see some young players. Talking about the first Sophie, who is getting her first call-up to the senior national team. She will just have to want to impress everyone to see how best she will. And Rita Chikoilo, the captain, of course, the good thing is that she's there. Just Sween and the other ones, the girls will just have to put up a good performance to see, you know, to just impress the new coach so that they will know if they could be part of the new team. Remember the qualifiers start for the African Women's Championship.
Exactly. Interestingly, coincidentally, Ghana, the last African side to take on France, I think that one ended 8-0 thereabout. Ghana will be hosting the African Women's Cup of Nations later in the year, and perhaps it's time for Nigeria to go and show out, take on France, and don't lose by as many as Ghana. So Ghana can.
If possibly can beat France.
Why not? Yeah. Why not? Yeah. It's not impossible.
But so, you know, but when you check situations around, sometimes they tell you everything around it's not favorable to the girls.
No, not at all.
But then sometimes a bit of luck can just happen, and the magic could just happen, just one goal, and they're in it.
I'm not very confident, obviously, and but it's a friendly. It's not a drama if they lose. but
no, it's not.
They should just try and make it competitive.
That's it.
A lot of those girls that are in camp right now, they have been very active for their clubs, right? But as individuals, as a team, I'm a bit worried because how many training sessions? Just 2. Yesterday.
Thursday morning and Thursday evening, and that was it.
That's it.
Okay. All right, we'll go for a break now. We'll come back, we'll talk about the teams that are on the continent in Africa.